Okay. Now we will learn range function. Range. This range function is very similar to slice. The way how you have used a slice, that same way this range function can work. So here, this range function is a overloading function. So I will tell you what is overloading at the time of OOPS concept. But overloading is nothing but same method we have, but we can use in different ways. So here, range is expecting one argument. So that is end. Okay. Next one. I can use range with two arguments, that is start comma end. And range also having another syntax, that is range start comma end comma step. So these are the things are available under range. So we will see how these will be work. So here the example I am going to write. So here end is nothing but, here generally this will accept integer values. It accepts only integer values. Let us see how it works. So range I am giving, and you will give one index number at this place. For example, I have given 5. So when I give like this, the range is going to be start from the 0 value, and it will print. It will start from 0 and it will print end -1. These values can be print when you write range end. So if I write a range 5, what are the values you will get? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These values will be printed. Are you clear? Next, here it won't print comma, just I have written this comma for easy understanding, but it never print comma. Range 5 is nothing but which start from 0 and continue to end -1. So here always it is taking the value from the 0. But I don't want to start this beginning number with a 0. I want to start from particular position and I want to continue the remaining numbers. So that this range function never help you to start from your required position. So immediately we will go for this range function. So I will define what is the starting point and I will mention what is the ending point. Here you have to follow one constraint, that the start value should be less than to the end. Okay. So this is the condition you should follow, and we will check what happens if you violate this rule also. Okay. The way how slice work, that same thing will be performed at this place. So range followed by I have given 5, 10. So the same thing will be continued at here. So it will print the values up to end -1 here also. So the numbering start from 5, next is 6, 7, 8, 9. Like that it will print. It never print a 10. Next, here when you observe these two, so there is a difference between two values is only one number. But I don't want to print these values in sequence order. I want some difference between this number, and that difference should be the same difference. So that we will go for this range third time. So range, I have given start value as 5 and I have given end value as 15, and I am going to define the step as 2. So when you give the step 2, here the steps are also 2 ways. So I will tell you the 2 ways later. So range 5, 15, 2. So here, when I give like this, the numbering begins from 5 and it will continue up to 14. Okay, but the difference you will get is 2 steps. Means 5 plus 2, you will get next number 7. 7 plus 2, you will get 9. Next 11, 13. Can I see 15? We cannot see 15 because 13 plus 2, 15. But my range is stopping up to 14 only. So these values I will get when I write this type of syntax. So let us see how I am going to write and where can we write this one. These thing I am going to write at the for loop sequence. At this place I will write. So let us check how it will be work. So what I am doing, for I am going to take individual element which are in range 5. So indirectly, when you write a range 5, indirectly you are saying these values are 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, next after completion of this, I will put the colon. Next is simply I am going to print X value. So this program I will write and I will check the output. And while executing, I will update this range function and will check these things will be printed or not. So to test this one, we will go for Tony program, Tony software. So I am defining for X is the individual element, means each element in range value. So I have given 5. Next, after completion of this, you should put the colon and I am going to print X. When I print X, and you can observe what are the values it is printing. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is not printed 5 because these values will be print up to given number range -1 and -1. So here it has started at 0, but I don't want to start it from 0. I want to start it from 2. Then what can I do? I will supply the first argument before this 5. I am giving 2 and I am going to separate these two numbers using comma and I will write the same program. When I write the same program, so numbers are begin with 2 and it has ended at 4. Is that clear? Now, my job, I want to print the even values from 10 to 100. Tell me how can I write? So what is my requirement? Minute. Okay. So what is my requirement? I want to start printing values that all are even numbers that should be started at 10 and want to be execute up to 100. So tell me what is the number I need to give? Can I write? I want to see 100 also and all even numbers. So I should write a range function. I want to see 10 also. So 10 and including 100 I want to print. So what is the end I need to write it here? Very good. This end should be 101, more than 100. So 101. And what is the difference I need to give for printing even numbers? 10, 10 followed by 12, 12 followed by 14, 14 followed by 16 I want to see. So difference between two even numbers is 2. So I am going to write 2 at this place. Okay. So let us check whether it is printing all even numbers or not. Okay. So here I am writing 10, comma, I want to print including 100. So I am giving 101 and I want to see the difference, that is 2. And when I run this one, all the values are printed even numbers including 100. But what happens? All the values are printed in column wise. But I don't want to see these values in column wise. I want to see these all values using the comma separator. Tell me, how can I give that one? How can I give to print these all values in one beside other and using comma separator? How can I give? Yes, SS is there, 1276. How can I write this one using comma separator? Okay, I said one argument by using space. SS, if I give space, what happens? Um, I'm not asking space. End, very good. 1292, you have given end equal to, what is the separator I am expecting? Comma separator I am expecting. So I am giving comma, and when I run this one, all the values were printed separated by comma. Okay, definitely it will print the last value comma also. So this has defined by the Python program itself. So is this clear? How range is working? Here you have to raise question. Sir, you said everything that values are counting in the positive number only. Is there any choice of printing values in reverse direction also? I have 100. I want to count these values from 100 to 1. Then we have to go for another way of writing step. So if you observe this one, when I do not do the step and when I do the step, if I do not give the step, always it is moving one element forward. Means what is the default step value it has? +1. Okay. How did you get the difference between these two numbers? By writing this step value by 2 or 3, 4 like that. But what is my job? I want to count these numbers in reverse order. Okay. To count this reverse order, what is your job? You need to start from one point and you need to move that number backside. If I want to move this one to the backside, can I add or can I subtract? We need to subtract. So subtract is nothing but previously I did 5 plus 2. Next time I need to write 5 minus 2. Okay. So to make it as 5 minus 2, in place of step, you need to give the negative number. Okay. If you give the negative number, it will moving in reverse direction. Okay. So step, this step can be positive value. This step can be negative value. Okay. So here, let us know how can we write. So what I am doing, if you want to go in reverse direction, so again, the rule will be changed. So here, if you want to count the numbers in reverse direction, so starting number should be greater than to the ending number. Then only it will go back. When do you use this rule? When step value is negative. I am going to test this one. Range, I will define 10. I will write it here 1 and I am going to write -1. So what is the default rule of range? It will print values up to end -1. Here what is end? 1 is the end. 1 is the end. So end -1. So here this is end is 1 -1. What does it mean? What does it mean? 0. No, I did here mistake wantedly. Don't do like this. So what I said, end -1. Okay, see here how it will be printed. Right, SS, you have given corrector, but we'll see how it is working. So here, first I am going to start it with 10 and I want to count up to 1 and I want to print -1. Okay, next I will go for this value. Next, when I run this one, what do you see? -1 you have seen. Okay, why it is -1, I will tell you. It has stopped up to 2, I will tell you. So here, where is my point? Okay. So here, why did I write my, previously what happens when it is positive? When it is positive, it has printed end -1. Okay. So you got the result. So here I have written 1. Okay, I am counting the value 10. If I count value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this 10, end -1 is nothing but it's a previous value. So it has stopped up to 9. When you are counting in reverse order, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I have given end as this one. Its previous value is 2. So is it stopped up to 2 only? Is this clear? Is this clear? So here, previously, when I am counting from small to big side, end value is 10 and its -1 value 9 has printed. Similarly, when you count in reverse order, this is the end value. It's a previous value, it will stop. What is the previous value? 2. So that what are the values I can see at this place? I can see I want to print 1 also. If I want to print 1, what is the number I need to give? 0 I need to give. And when I run this one, you can see 1 also. See here, you observe these things. One is when I give negative value, starting should be greater than and ending should be small. And if you give positive number, starting should be less than and ending should be greater than. So here, I am following the rule, I am violating the rule right now. I am going to violate the rule. So if I violate the rule, let us see what is the problem we will get. When I run this one, so what happens when I use slice, it does not print anything. So similarly, when you go for this one, it won't print anything, but it won't give you an error. I said the rule, but it is not the syntax general rule you need to follow. So when you write like this, you won't get any value. Even when you are learning slice also, same thing we observed. If in case, when you violate the rule, for example, X is the string, I have given Hyderabad. And when you print 5:1, so what happened? This is the wrong syntax I have given so that it never print anything. Empty string you have seen. So similarly, the same thing will be work at this place. Now we understand how range is working. Now what is my job? We will write the program which we learned in the last class. So what is the thing we learned? We have printed the multiplication table. So here 5, 1 ja 5 I have written. Like this I have printed up to 5 10 ja 50. So if I observe this one, which value is regularly updating? The center value is regularly updating, and this is also updating, but this value is depending on given table number and current value. If you multiply these two, and you will get the result. The basic change you observe in the center value. So I am going to take this one as a range. Okay, so what is the starting range? So which is the suitable range function I should write? Range with 1 argument, or range with 2 argument, or range with 3 arguments. To print this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 10 I want to do. So which is the suitable function to count this number? Range with 1, range with 2, or range with 3? Which is the suitable thing? Okay, here I want to print 10 also. So if I write a range of 11, but where it will start? 0, 11. So I want to start it from 1. SS, I want to start it from 1. So what can I do? I should start it from range. If I give 0, 11, so you can see 0 also means it will print 5 zeros, 0 also it will print. But are you expecting to print this one? I don't want to print this one. So how can I give? I should start from my custom number. So range, 1, and I want to include 10 also. So what can I do? 11. And do I need to give third element? No need to give, because by default it will increment by 1. So that I am going to give range as like this. So each element I should take. So for I in range 1, 11, I am writing. So how I want to print this one? So if I observe this one carefully, this is the common operation it is doing. Okay. So here 5, this 5 is the given number. So n is the table number. I am taking it as 5. So I am going to print this one. So first one is the given number, which is n, comma, and I have multiplication notation. This is the simple message that I am going to write in the double quote. And this third one is the number, which is the counter, where counter is I in this place. So I am writing I. Next followed by equal to, which is the simple message that I am going to write in the double quote, comma, and this is the value you generated this one by multiplying these two notation. So this number is n, and followed by this value is counter I, and I am performing multiplication. So you can do the multiplication like this. If I write this code, what happens? I can see this multiplication table. Now, what I am doing, I won't go for these 3 arguments function. I will start it with 1, and I want to continue up to 11. And I am going to accept a number. I want to collect this one dynamically. And I want to find the multiplication table of integer number, so that in the at last I need to convert collected value into integer type. And to accept anything from end user, I should write in input and enter table number I am asking. And user will give the value that will be copied into n variable. Now I will write the equation to print the value. N is the number, followed by equal to is the notation. I am going to write only simple x, and I have a counter variable. Here I have taken counter as x. Don't confuse. I am going to change this one to I, because you can see 2x notations immediately. So to avoid that confusion, I am changing this variable value to I, and followed by I need equal to operator. And I am going to multiply the given n number into current value of counter. So I am going to run this program. So it is asking me which table number you need. I am giving 13. I am giving 13, and I can see the result. This is the way you can write the range function. And if you change this range type, and you can see the